Hello there and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Waters of Mars. So, let's get into it. So, this episode was broadcast as part of David Tennant's last few specials as the 10th Doctor, and it was broadcast around November, Halloween time of 2009. This was one of the few Doctor Who episodes that I watched live back in David Tennant's era, and I really like it. I can definitely see why it is a fan favourite. Some of the concepts that I love are turning everyday objects and things into monsters. I think that is one of the things Doctor Who does really well, like shadows with the Vashta Nerada, stone statues with the Weeping Angels, and I think turning water into something terrifying. I think they did this really well. And I definitely think back at the time, it definitely gave a lot of children nightmares. I know when I first got this box set, I think I got it for Christmas 2010, and I watched it again. I definitely had nightmares that night. So, good job to Doctor Who there. And I just love how we explore more of sort of the fixed point plot lines in Doctor Who, which was previously explored in the episode The Fires of Pompeii, where the Doctor had to erupt Mount Vesuvius to destroy Pompeii. I also really like how Russell T Davies has sort of built this universe around the Doctor. So like it mentions the planets in the sky from Stolen Earth / Journey's End, and how Adelaide Brooke came into that. I also like how it sort of goes back to sort of a classic Doctor Who story, a base under siege type of story. I feel like it very easily could have been done by Patrick Troughton or Jon Pertwee. I think this kind of story is just timeless, and it could have been performed probably by any Doctor. But I just think this works for David Tennant in his timeline as the 10th Doctor. I also really like how towards the end of the story, he becomes sort of the Time Lord victorious, realises that he can bend the rules of time, and how that sort of destroys him, and it has quite a few consequences. I think that that scene at the end is quite powerful when Captain Adelaide Brooke commits suicide to keep the course of history on a straight line. I think that scene definitely really hit me when I first watched it, and I understood what that scene meant. And that when he's going through, oh, your granddaughter will be the first person to fly a light-speed engine. She'll marry a Tandonian prince, I think the name is. And I just like how one decision in someone's life could change the course of not just their history, but the whole human race's history. I think that's a really powerful message to send out, and I think the performances of David Tennant, I can't remember her name, but the person who plays Captain Adelaide Brooke, I think she's probably the most in those sort of team of astronauts are probably the most impressive supporting cast that Doctor Who's ever had. I just think this episode is really nice and rounded. I think the monster in this is really spine-chilling, and the way you see it transform into the Flood, I think, is absolutely terrifying. And the appearance with the water dripping from its mouth, and their mouth being all cracked, and their eyes being like almost white, but just with a little tiny pupil in the middle. I just think it's spine-chilling, and it is a great Doctor Who episode to watch on Halloween, and it's a great lead up into David Tennant's final episode, The End of Time. So let me know what you think of this story in the comment section down below, and hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.